Good evening, everyone. Will just be a moment while everyone's able to log on here. As always, please raise your hand if you would like to join the queue. We'll kick us off with Jesper. Just thoughts on the match. Dominant first half. Second half was a grind, but maintained and kept the scoreline the same and got 3 points in the shutout.
Was that me or you cutting the?
Did you like that first question?
Yeah.
All right. Thought
Okay.
Good job, easy.
I will just say that Nathan has a very good understanding of football. But no, first half, very good. I'm very pleased with the pace we had in the ball, with the movement, with the positions. I think that we were aggressive. I think that we waited for the openings to come. Of course, we scored a very early goal, and that helped us. Settle in the game very fast, but I think that we had some very good attacks, and we played some very good football in the first half. Second half, we played not the most clever game. We didn't play with enough quality on the ball, and we didn't run enough in the second half forward. And when we broke the pressure, we played back into the pressure instead of continue forward and sit them down a little better. But we didn't have as much control in the second half. But yeah, okay. It's always difficult to play away, and it's been a while. So overall, I'm pleased with the result. The performance, yeah, we can and have to or will be better, but it was a very good first half and second half where we have something to improve there.
Thank you, Jesper. We're going to start with Michael McCall, and then we'll go to Sam Rowan.
Hey Jesper, I don't know if I have anything left to ask you after Nathan's initial question.
Yeah.
The overall performance, there was a lot of positives to take from it. You touched on a lot of it there. Just to look at one of the downsides, a couple of silly bookings, some of which are going to now lead to suspensions on Wednesday. Did you have a chat with the guys beforehand about this very situation?
No, you can't do that. You can't tell your players that you have to take off aggressivity. Of course, taking yellow cards for kicking the ball away after a whistle is just stupid. But playing with aggression in the midfield like Andres is what it is, and we have to also say that a couple of the bookings were a little bit, they were a little bit. What would you say? Easy given and soft. But having said that, we don't need to bring ourselves in positions where we shoot the ball away after the whistle has blown. But overall, we can tell the players, you have a yellow card, next time suspension, because then they will not play with the aggressivity, and we need that. Kubas is extremely good for us, and I think also that his yellow was a little soft, but he gets a lot of yellows because of the speed he gets into the duels with, and it seems harder than it is. But we knew these players would get suspension with the next yellow card, and after this one they will not be suspended again, hopefully, unless they get a red. So I think we can't do anything about it. So we'll play with a good team again come Wednesday.
Back to the positives then. An all-time club record set with that win tonight. It's officially the best Whitecaps regular season. Obviously, still a lot of football to be played, but when you look around the rest of the West just now, San Diego dropped 2 points, Minnesota lost tonight. You've got a chance to go top now on Wednesday. Does it just feel everything is coming up Whitecaps at the moment?
No. I don't think it's how it is. I think what we've seen for a while now is that we have been looking strong, the entire squad, and been ready for the games, and we are performing at a good level. And the other teams we have seen, they settle their games. Playing away is always difficult, and I just think that throughout the season we have been playing well and focusing on a performance and not too much on the results and the standings. So I don't know if everything is coming our way. I think the other teams are playing up to their standard, and we are playing up to ours. And I think our standard right now is pretty good. So I'm just positive that we look good. And for me, it's not that important about the standings and stuff, because we look at it later on, and the most positive thing is now that we look solid defensively again, and that we create a lot of chances, and that's what I am looking at. The standings is not something we can do much about.
Thanks, Jesper.
Thank you, Michael. We'll go to Sam next.
Yeah, hi Jesper, congrats on the win. And speaking of some of that chance creation, it looked like Kenji playing centrally and going back and forth with Ali, you found a lot of joy in the first half with those two guys and their interplay. Just maybe speak on the decision to put Kenji centrally, and then just what you saw there and how that worked throughout the first half.
Yeah, my decision to play, or our decision to play Kenji centrally, was that we've seen that he can play in a lot of spaces. He can play in the small pockets in between the central defender and the fullback. We know that Ali can attract pressure. So when the fullback jumps, we can have Kenji also be able to play in the backspace, which he can also do. And I think he's a talent. He needs fitness level needs to go up. He has to be able to play with high intensity, but that's something that has to come along. But he is a great talent, and we could see that him and Ali might be able to click well together, also together with Tate in the left side. So I think that worked out pretty well. And the decision to play him there was also he can play on the winger as well. But also to get the opportunities to when we broke the midfield line in the pressure, then we had him, Ali, Sabi, Daniel, and Eddie also moving up in the second line to have some speed and also the quality to finish off the attacks and make the opportunities big.
Okay, Sam, did you have a follow-up? We'll move to Simon Fudge next.
Yeah, Jesper, just your thoughts on, with the center back issues that you've had, that you put a pairing of Laporta and Halboni together, and they were very good and very steady. And another really encouraging performance from Bilal Halboni. Can you speak to what you've seen even probably over the last 2 or 3 games from him in terms of a growing level of maturity, I think, in his play?
First of all, I think Mathias Laporta played an excellent game. He hasn't played centre back in this season. It's the first time, and he played excellent. I think he played a very strong game. Bilal also played well, and I think that he grows from game to game. He gets more confident, and he fits his role pretty well. He is fast and cover the backspace well, and I think that he just has the ability to take a step in becoming a more solid and a very dependable centre back, and I think that he's done that well. I said earlier that it's not been an easy season because we had that many games and we played a lot with Tristan and Ranko, and we also played with Björn a lot in front of Bilal. But now, when he was given the chance, he was ready, and I think that's just huge kudos to him. And now we can see he grow from game to game. So I think, and it's not the easiest circumstance either, because we are really trying everything in the back line, and today was with Matthias, but I think both of them really handled it well, played very well out from the back, and I think we played with those two guys a very good game.
I also want to speak to Daniel Rios' work when you guys weren't in possession, in terms of being the lone man up front and chasing. You put in a lot of work there, closing down and winning things and breaking things up that helped sort of transition, and you were able to, certainly in the first half, come at Kansas City. Can you speak to what he was able to do when he didn't have possession of the ball? Yeah,
Daniel is a very clever player. He's very good at reading the game and also the game against the ball. When you look at attackers, it's very often that you only look at the scoring participations and goals, assists and stuff like that. But for me, Daniel is a very dependent player. We know what we get from him, and we also know that he works very hard, and he has to. It's just we can't deliver high pressure if we can't make the work from the front. So for me, and he's really done that all season long. I remember our third goal in Miami when he stole the ball pretty high up the pitch because he read it really well, and we killed the game back then. And it's a thing that he's very good at. I don't just look at the attackers and strikers goal totals and participations, but I also look at how they work well into the rest of the team. And I also think the link-up play with Daniel was very, very good when he dropped down the pitch. So it's I think he played a good game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. We'll go to Nathan next.
Hi, Jesper. Congratulations on the win. I wanted to ask you about just this season as a whole. You've been dealing with injuries. I can't remember the last time that you had everyone in your roster that was completely free. With the 2 suspensions that are coming up against Portland, because of this adversity that you have faced with injuries, does it kind of give you the confidence that you already know kind of how to handle when new adversity comes your way?
Yeah, I think it's it's a good question. We don't know on beforehand how much adversity we're going to face with injuries, but what we know is that when we are on the training ground and we have our practices, we have to make sure that everybody gets into the rhythm with the rest of the team. We don't just practice with 11 guys because we know that it's going to be a season where we have suspensions, injuries and stuff. So I think we, in general, have dealt well with it, and we always prepared for playing new players in, and of course with the current situation on our centre back position, we have obviously seen that we also need to work and practice with Matthias. We did that when Tristan was away with the national team, and also have other options when we play and face a new team.
Some of those new players that come in obviously are coming up through the academy, or they're very young players like Kenji, who we saw start today. I just wanted to ask about, I guess, your philosophy of development and bringing in new players and how you integrate them into starting roles. Illumi, we've seen kind of step up in the past. Badwall. It kind of seems that everyone that is a really young player on this team this year has made very, very big strides. Can you just kind of talk about this kind of overall philosophy that you and the Whitecaps seem to have?
Yeah, in short, it's about the culture we have in the daily work. We need to push each other to be better. I think our coaching staff has done a tremendous job, we have to. For us, we have 2 major assignments. We have to help the team win football games, but we also have to help the team develop, and I think that the coaching staff is doing a great job helping everybody to get better every day, both on the pitch and off the pitch with video, and also getting the fitness level up, so they can grow, and they need to also, because it's young players, we don't set the bar low. We have to set it high still. It's not that we give something for free; they have to take it as well. So I think what we've seen throughout the season is growth from a lot of the younger players, but also from a lot of more established players. And I think it's down to the players themselves. They have to have the right mentality to want to be better, and then it's up to the coaching staff to help. And I think we've done a very good job. And then if a player looks ready on the training ground, he has to play on the pitch when we play a game. Otherwise, we'll never see where is he and how can he. What does he need to take the next step? And for instance, when we had Ryan Illumi has given his debut in Columbus, we saw some things. We could see that he was not ready yet, but we were forced a little bit of circumstances with the Gold Cup, and we had a lot of players out, especially in the front line. But we also saw that he could be a player that could come in and bring something also to the team, and that's very important. The same with Jivan. We saw already early on that he could take a step to become a player who could play in this league and also set his mark. So I think they also have to be given the chance. Otherwise, it's you never really see if it's good enough or not. And of course, you cannot have the same expectations as you can have to players who play regularly on their national teams and are very established and good players. But you cannot set the bar too low either. The team has to work and the team has to play at a certain level, and also the young players know that. So it has to be the culture you work with in the daily work.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks, Coach.